Just let your soul glow. Just let your soul glow. Okay. We're filming. We are filming. Can you see the plant? It's gonna be perfect. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brandy and I'm a graphic designer and a health coach. And on this channel, I love to discuss all things fitness, fun, and creative, sprinkled in with a strong dash of shenanigans throughout. Can I get an amen? Now, y'all might be a little bit mad at me from the title of this video, but hear me out. The title applies to me too, okay? I'm not excluded from this. And I'm making this video in honor of all of the peeps who have come to me time and time again, struggling with physical things like staying on track with eating healthy, working out regularly, and mental health struggles like overcoming negative thought patterns and maladaptive behaviors. And let me tell you, these are things that so many people struggle with at different times in life. No matter how good someone appears to be doing on the outside, you just never know what's really going on in one area or another. Someone may be really happy with their life, but then secretly struggle with an addiction that no one knows about. Or another person may be super healthy looking on the outside, but fighting a battle every day with negative self-talk or depression. And in all of these examples, it's so important to get qualified doctors and therapists involved. I'm still going to counseling. I know I've mentioned that in a previous video, and I cannot tell you how much it has helped me. So when my clients come to me for health coaching and they discuss physical or mental struggles with me, I always make sure they're taking the steps towards getting the medical attention they need. Making sure they're taking their medications if they have them, making sure they're seeing physical therapists for bodily injuries. Like y'all, I cannot stress how important it is to have a well-rounded health and wellness team, because it takes a village. I always say that medical professionals and therapists help build like the foundation or like a high-level structure for this healthy house that we're gonna call your life. While certified professionals like myself, like health coaches and personal trainers, they really get down in the mud with you and help you figure out that daily grind, you know, like those daily challenges, so you can overcome them and establish healthy patterns of habit change that will work for you. It's so, so important. But again, it's up to you, because think about it, for real. Think about a pattern that you have in your life that you don't like. It could be how you talk about yourself. Like, "Doy, why are you such a loser?" It could be that you have a pattern of overeating when you're at home alone, or it could be that you're a low-key like hoarder and nobody better go in that one closet or look behind that room divider covered up by a bed sheet, cause honey. Now, on a more serious note, there are probably very real and valid reasons why you do the things you do that are not helpful. I know when I was struggling with my eating disorders years ago, it was because I was in a really dark place. But guess what? I needed to take the steps necessary to start crawling up out of that dark place and into the glorious light, y'all. But on an even more serious note, there may have been things done to you by someone else who harmed you. Now, this happens way more often than we realize, and it's awful and devastating every single time. But please don't allow that person or those people or that situation that hurt you in the past take away the opportunities you have right now to start healing. This is why I say it takes a village of medical and certified professionals to help, and there are even free resources that you have access to, especially for severe cases of abuse-related trauma. So stuff gets heavy, y'all, trust me, I know, but it is up to you to advocate for yourself. It's up to you to claim your life back and start that healing process. So that's why my question is, who do you think you are? Do you think of yourself as someone who can accomplish goals, overcome challenges, and take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually? Can you maintain your full body wellness? If you think you can't, then guess what? You can't. If you think you can, like, you don't even have to get rid of all of your doubts. You just need a mustard seed of faith here. But if you think maybe you can, then you will more than likely surprise yourself at what you can accomplish. Let's make it blatantly obvious to all of the perfectionists and people like me with unrealistic standards for myself that progress in any area is not linear. And let's say it a little bit louder for you peeps who always sit in the back row because you're not subscribed, okay? Progress is not linear. And anyone who has gone on like a weight loss or muscle gain journey knows this for a fact. It's like a 5 steps forward and 3 steps backward kind of thing, but you can and will make progress if you persist. You may completely screw up and set yourself up for disaster if you try to do something differently on your own that you've never actually done before. So don't do that. This is why I keep saying it takes a team, it takes a village. You need support for the life challenges you're facing, and you need accountability and people who are going to stretch you if you want to hit goals you've never hit or never been able to maintain before. So most of the time I see when people are not hitting their goals, it's their own fault. Now, people don't like hearing this, but it's true. So like, for example, if I go over my calories today, yeah, that's because I drank an entire vegan milkshake. Well, whose fault was it that that happened? Well, it's mine. And now you purchased all those weights to build up your little home gym, and you know you ain't used it, girl. Whose fault is that? And is that an elliptical or a coat rack? Girl, I see you. I see you. And it really does hurt to see when people are struggling mentally and they don't want to talk about it, not with friends, not with family, and not with counselors. It's like they refuse to find even online support and resources. But at the end of the day, that is unfortunately their fault, and it's who they think they are that is holding them back. Now on the other end of the spectrum, it's also your fault for hitting them goals and getting them gains, honey. When you show up to the gym dedicated, focused, and challenging yourself while also balancing things out with rest and a healthy diet, now that is your fault in a good way, of course. Because who do you think you are? You think you're someone who values that lifestyle and you enjoy feeling good and strong and powerful in your body. And if we were to hang out, we would be friends, girl. So my thoughts about myself and what I think I can accomplish in life have changed dramatically over the past like 20 years. Because to be honest, years ago, I was never completely satisfied with what I was doing with my life. Because for me, I always had this passion for art and design, but then I realized I also enjoyed sports and working out and feeling strong. And then I started to notice how I also had these strong negative self-talk patterns, and I was overall just mean to myself a lot of the time, especially in my late teens and my early 20s. And so this created all kinds of chaos in several areas of my life. And although I suffered from a few different people treating me badly and being abusive, it was my fault for letting those things keep me stuck. Those things started to mutate into other areas of my life, and that was my fault for allowing that. But let's just say a sis woke up, okay? And so coming out of college, I went through a lot, but it also woke me up to things I could accomplish. And so now, fast forward, present day, so much progress has been made since then. And like I said, it wasn't linear at all. Like a sis was sprinting forward at one point, like easy breezy, and then the next moment she was tripping up her own feet and rolling down one of them hills you be seeing on Mario Brothers, and he'd be like screaming and everything falling. Yeah, that was me. So it wasn't easy or linear, but I continued to normalize the struggle of life. Keep that in perspective. Life is not easy. Y'all already know, but we have to normalize that. And I could get into a whole thing about social media fakeness and all of that, but we'll save that for later. But when I look back at examples in my own life, I never thought I could accomplish like half of the things I have. Like voluntarily doing chest day regularly. And another one is tracking my calories for 5 years. Yeah, I've been in MyFitnessPal every single day for 5 years. And I realized that tracking calories doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me and it helps keep me consistent. And just as I keep looking back, I mean, I've made a lot of incredible strength gains at the gym, like my personal best with the 185-pound deadlift, and my 280-pound hip thrust. I'm coming for that 300 though, so look out. And y'all, I am a Chicago Marathon finisher. Yeah, I know. Like, as busted up as the sis was last year at the end of that run, I finished it. And more recently, as many of y'all already know from my past videos on full body wellness, I've been wading through some crap of one of the hardest seasons of a sis's life. Cause y'all, people is out here tripping every 2 to 3 business days with that Amazon Prime same day delivery of the bull crap, okay? However, the one thing in common with all of these random things I've made improvements on is this. I had just a little booger-sized amount of faith that I could maybe make it through. Just a little bit of faith that I could like maybe hit these goals. And I'm out here looking at God like, don't you leave me, Jesus. Don't you leave me. More recently, I went on a work trip to Colorado and a few coworkers and I went out and did the Manitou Incline. Now y'all, if you saw my Chicago Marathon video, you already know that a sis doesn't do cardio like that. But this was different because it's literally like a vertical incline with like 2,700 steps, and I think the elevation is like 2,200 feet or something like that. And y'all, there were like thunderstorm warnings and chaos threatening this whole adventure. But it didn't rain while we were doing it, and although I was so mad at how tired I was, like not even halfway through the incline, I kept going.
This is getting really steep. Just crossed 1,200 steps.
I got it in my head that I am the kind of person who does hard things and finishes them the best way I possibly can. So I stopped. I took breaks just to catch my breath. And when I started being hard on myself, like, why do you need to stop again? I looked around and I saw other people stopping to rest too. They looked just as tired and yet determined as I did. And I didn't think it was weak of them to stop and take a break, so why did I think that about myself? I had to consider who I really thought I was in that moment. And I said, I'm someone who can take a break. Then keep going on this incline, because this is my lower body workout for today, like the whole week. You know what I'm saying? And along the way, people were encouraging each other, telling me I was doing well, and I was saying the same for them. Because it takes a village, y'all. And I did it. I did it because I knew I could. I did it because I really, really wanted to. I did it because that's who I am. I set goals, I challenged myself, and at the same time, I'm fully able to take care of myself and slow down and rest when I need to. And of course, this can apply to any area of your own life. This is part of why I love being both a health coach and an artist. I love helping people see the beauty that comes out of struggling and overcoming. There's nothing more frustrating to me than like a blank canvas, but when I put in the work, I end up with a beautiful painting, and I couldn't imagine not going through that struggle with the canvas to create a piece of art that I absolutely love. In the same way, I love helping people face the struggles and challenges that are holding them back in life. It's that dang blank canvas, y'all, I'm telling you. It's just in a different context. But putting in that work, putting in that effort, and going through the struggle of figuring out just the right mixture of things and getting just the right proportions and scaling things and being willing to reset and paint over some of them mistakes, you know what I'm saying? you will end up with something probably more beautiful than what you originally imagined. So practically, like maybe you want to lose 15 pounds. But then as you struggle through things, you may realize how hard you are on yourself mentally and emotionally. So you may end up in like a small group or therapy, and maybe that was the thing you really needed all along. You could lose the weight at any time, but you addressed that broken part of you that produced something way better than you could have imagined. So ask yourself who you think you are, because whether you succeed or fail, you have ownership over your own choices. And you can ask for help. Like, it's okay to ask for help. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm right here with y'all, and I'm so grateful that you come back week after week to watch me in all the glory of my shenanigans. And I know today's topic was a little bit heavier, but leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. And if you are someone who is struggling with food or being consistent in your training, then be sure to check out my recipes and my videos where I talk about how I train and why I work out the way I do. I also have full workout videos if you just want to try something to see how you like it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And you peeps who hide in the back row, go ahead and subscribe, okay? Okay. Okay? Thanks again for watching, y'all. Did you see how big my plant got? Y'all, this thing, it's tall. Okay, here's me for reference. This thing is like half my height. Y'all, a bird of paradise plant, okay? Leave a comment down below. How do I not kill this, okay? You plant people, you plant peeps out there, help us this out. We want this thing to live, okay? 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 Did you water Birdie? Who watered Birdie? Was it you? I didn't water it. I thought it was Yoshi's turn. Now see?